be spots, especially at the end on this rooftop where you can fall off, ruin your entire race, but we are now off with semifinals number 1. We got this Waluigi Bitty Buggy loadout. We're going to be seeing Jaguars, though, going right around him, trying to get the additional speed here. Don't know how he's not out-racing him, but Immortal is going to not take the shortcut.
Did he just push Frozen Tsunami out of the way?
I think so.
That's crazy.
The stick weight of Waluigi apparently was able to do that. A beautiful usage of that
I just wonder
red
how
shell.
he's so agile in that such small confined space to do tricks like that. You know what? That was one thing I've been wanting to ask for a long time.
Yeah, it is Mario Kart logic at its best as we're seeing 2 people getting hit by 1 green and another person getting back. It is non-stop chaos.
Ninja Highway is very complicated of a track. Probably one of the hardest tracks in the game. Probably not the hardest, but definitely close to it, if not in contention.
Ooh, Frozen Tsunami deserves this Grand Finals finish after coming out from so far away. Jaguars in 9th place. Let's see if he's going to be able to catch up in time.
And right now, Mozilla collecting those coins, going for the double item box, helping himself out right now. He's got a good set of items. Now, there is a top path that you don't see a lot of people take. That is slower to take, but it is more well protected because you're not going to be worried too much about what's coming after you.
Ooh, we're seeing Jaguars just barely getting around the chaos, but like I said, this rooftop is sketchy and you're going to be able to fall off pretty easily. Jaguars, though, working his way forward, working his way up the pack in 3rd. Blue Shell is out. It's going to connect to Jadex here in 1st place.
Thankfully, he was able to avoid the Blue Shell, uses the red to destroy that cardboard because that's actually the faster path to take.
It is. It's called a shortcut for a reason. As we're seeing Immortal also right behind Jadex and Jaguars, has the mushrooms for the speed, but only 1 coin, and that's going to be brutal to catch up on. Jadex tries to snipe out Jaguars there, has a red, but guess what? Jaguars with that triple banana protection, that will be enough to give him that 1st place finish.
Jadex getting 2nd place, Immortal getting 3rd. Looks like it was just that close of a battle, especially for top 3. Like, once we got into the lap 3, it was almost a neck-to-neck fight for them.
It really, really was. Jadex tried for the snipe, but unfortunately could not get the angle. It's just one of those things where, you know what, grabbing 2nd place, losing 3 points really isn't a big deal on the very first race. If it came down to it, I would be doing those more riskier plays, but I would rather just keep that defense, play it safe, and just grab 2nd place.
Oh yeah, dude, I agree with you entirely. Like, all these competitors have been doing great so far. Literally, you saw lap 1, everyone was battling out, everyone was dying. It was literally, I wouldn't even say Spam City, it was more Target City because everyone got hit by something. And it was almost like nothing was missing as we go back to Yoshi Valley again. What's up, dog?
My goodness, can we stop going back to these tracks? I swear.
It's not going to happen.
There is 8 new tracks in the game.
You will have 98 or 96 tracks once everything is all set and finalized, and you're still going to get repeats. So let's not lie to ourselves right now.
I wish I could lie to myself and tell myself, yeah, it's going to get fixed. Wave 6, yeah, that's all we're going to see, but we're getting the repick avenue on Immortal, along with Jadex hopping around the camaraderie.
Now, my question is, if they waited a little bit longer, who's going to give up first?
That's the question, isn't it? A battle of fortitude.
A battle of patience. Oh, and the drag, you saw that against Lev right now as he got hit by one of those rotating greens. And then you got Lev over here trying to climb up the rakes. He might use the shroom here, and he does. Still has his triple bananas. Mozilla here in 6th place, and he gets dragged out by a banana.
And then Astra's in the chat saying that their cat jumped up to watch Saturday Night Speedway as well. So guess what? We got a cat SNS enjoyer now on the stream. That's absolutely amazing.
Now the cat has to win SNS. Now that cat.
Exactly. Gotta bring the cat to the arena to compete. An extra $10 there.
Shows his destiny right there. And look at that, Mr. Scooty narrowly avoiding the back green. And there's a blue shell.
But also another beautiful move. Jaguars going to get hit by that red shell shock and blue shell, but the red shell, fortunately enough, the vulnerability.
You saw what he was going to do. He might have tried to jump off. It was like, it's a little too late at this point. I just got to take it. Honestly, I don't see the need of jumping off the track. I kind of get it a little bit, but I honestly don't think it's a viable move, even though I've seen pro players do it.
Yeah, I don't know why it saves time. I wish someone would explain it to me because for the most part, I feel like, you know, just taking the full force of the blue shell would just save you a lot more time, but there's a reason why they do it. Maybe if there's like a shock or something, you'll be able to dodge shock if you get hit by the blue or shell.
Because you have often seen shock and blue like on top of each other, so maybe that is it. And
I just gave them it.
Look, I'm still confused by it. Meanwhile, we are in the final lap. Lev going through the last double item box, and he's got himself double red. He throws the first one. Doesn't connect because they were able to protect himself. He's got one last decision to make, but he's got to be careful who's behind him. The blue shell's coming in. Zool getting first place.
Like I said, so Mr. Scooty in second place as well, and Lev in third. Really interesting change up in the standings there.
That was smart. That was good play on all that. Mr. Scooty probably had that shroom to surpass Lev in that last moment. Did not need to worry about the blue shell, thankfully, as we are now having a small shift in the standings.
A little bit. I think it's quite interesting. Like I said before, Zoll becoming a very consistent racer, knowing what they have to do to get around the mid-pack, and using their own loadout while doing it as well. So honestly, way more respect for Zoll here in this semifinals because of the fact that he's just been grinding away the game and getting so much better.
Yeah, I mean, you saw his first SNS appearance. He kind of struggled a little bit. His second SNS appearance, he also struggled. But you want to make sure he was entering Grands tonight as well as from last week. He's trying to win the dub.
Yes!
For this new
God,
race.
thank you. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to see something new here. Merry Mountain, a track I'm actually disappointed with. I was so looking forward to it. I love the Christmas aesthetic. But I'm still happy to see it because it is a beautiful, gorgeous track.
I'm honestly not disappointed in it. Like, what's wrong with this track?
It's an oval. There's nothing.
Look at the point totals.
Oh!
They're so close to each other. Like, top 6 is already being defined right now. Then 7 and 8 is also in that spot too.
It's literally still anyone's race to take, anyone's semifinals to win. Let's see what's going to happen as we see Zoll already throwing out their red shell, grabs another. Let's see what they're going to be waiting for going into this final last section because guess what? It's the longest track in the game. Am I right, guys? Beautiful shortcut there by Jaguars, using that mushroom beautifully, checking the back camera a lot more. That's what I like to see.
That's definitely what I want to see. You want to be able to make a informed decision. He could not see that banana being placed right there. What?
Oh!
So bad. There's a green behind him too as he used that shroom right away.
That is insane. Such unfortunate Mario Kart luck there for Immortal. Lev sees the fire, gonna go right beside it, getting around the chaos, gonna be able to grab a draft, has some shrooms. Are they going to be able to get
I don't blame Lev for his decision. You don't always need to change. You don't always need to make a decision to get a new item. It's okay to hold some of your items if you think you can rock them out.
I absolutely do agree with you, especially when you know there's a shortcut that requires a mushroom coming up. Then you can use it pretty easily and, you know, take your chances. Be like, okay, I know I'm going to gain a lot if I do make this high-risk, high-reward situation. But really, you got to think a little bit like 5 steps ahead whenever you're playing Mario Kart at this point.
It looks like Jax is having a huge lead. You can see him a little bit far from the other folks on the minimap. Immortal taking that shortcut well to cut some time off right there.
Oh,
no! He's not going to be happy. I can already tell. He's not going to be happy.
Oh, we're going to see Jadex, though. It's going to connect in time, but guess what? Right onto a boost panel.
It didn't matter.
And into the green shell, first place.
Look at that. Lev getting second place. Jaguars getting third place. It did not matter to Jadex. He was already secured at that point. And to be able to land on that boost panel after getting hit, you're back to no top speed.
It really is. It really is. It is such a lucky situation to be put in. And honestly, great work by Jadex. Being in the right spot at the right time, really. That's all it came down to.
That's yeah, I can't argue that. Just like Coconut Mall. Right spot, right time.
Right spot, right time.
To the bottom path. Okay, how many times are we going to see a blue to where we land up on the boost panel now? That's 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? How many do you think? I'll say 5. Oh, wow. Okay.
Just one more, maybe,
Just one
and it's going to
more.
happen in grands.
All right. Fair enough. As we go to Snowland, run it back. Let's go.
Second time.
I enjoy me some Snowland gameplay. I think the shortcut at the beginning of the track is very, very interesting, and the penguins are cute. So what more do you need?
Penguin's Revenge, that's what I want from Mario 64. Of all those penguins you threw off the stage, the penguin wants vengeance. And right now we are going to be landing on Jaguars. The item boxes come down from the heavens, but they do not look friendly to you.
Yeah, they are going to be a little bit chaotic as we're going through this first section. Jaguars unfortunately could not grab a shroom for the shortcut. Hopefully we'll be seeing some other competitors take it. No, we do not. Riley now in a very vulnerable spot between a red shell and a red shell place, but the back does not land. A little bit of lag there. Let's see what Jaguars is going to be able to do.
I have to ask a little bit of a personal question here. You have double shrooms, right?
Yeah.
Red's coming after you. How many times have you accidentally used that shroom because you're like, oh, I can defend myself or just want to get away from it, but you know that's not going to do anything? Because I've done that many times.
I'd say about a good 60% of the time, baby.
It's such a sad feeling, isn't it?
It is. It really is. Because you know, if you just hold on to the shroom, after you get hit, you go right back up to top speeds, but you're just like, no, I can do it. I can wall dodge. I can use the environment around me to avoid red shell. But in reality, that's not how it works.
No, like I've done that so many times before. I still do it too by accident. Blue shell coming in, Immortal getting carded. He's got to be careful with the dual reds, even though he has a star. What? The slowdown, maybe trying to get someone else out, but they don't recognize to go wide.
Yeah, not a great move there by Jaguars to try and use the little bit of cheesiness from said blue shell, and then Frozen Tsunami, unfortunately, being on the receiving end of Jaguars' red shell. Fire comes out, lands it onto another competitor, pod number 1, in a star, and will dodge.
And Immortal is going to be running this. Will he be able to secure first? He takes second, but I don't think he's going to have enough speed unless he's able to take this cut to surpass Lev. I think he might do it.
He will do it, and he will grab first place.
I like how we just saw left screen. He fell off the track, but when you go to Immortal, he's still on the track.
That's so funny.
You love to see it.
No, honestly, great work by Immortal there. Really showing up, didn't let the tilt get to them, and was able to grab that first place finish.
No, good job on him. Being able to stay composed during that moment in time. Rash decisions not being made. He's making calm, carefully calculated decisions. Good job on him. We're going to see how all these competitors are going to be doing in these next couple of races left.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to see, I mean, it's still anyone's standings to get into, right? With 2 more races, you have 30 points to grab, and 30 points can put you over the total to move into the next section. But then if you get 2 seconds, guess what? That's only 24 points. It's a lot more brutal going into these last 2 races. We go to TikTok O'Clock, a track I think is kind of boring, not eventful. I don't know. What do you think, Vonnie?
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm picking TikTok Clock, and no one's gonna stop me.
Yes.
Party that the repick. What? No!
That's so funny.
Still love that moment. I will never let that go. You should not let me let it go.
Never letting it go in the rest of your Mario Kart competitive life. As we start on to Zol, and he's gonna be able to grab that item box, tries for the coins, but then doesn't realign themselves to go through the boost panels instead after getting coin screen there. And now we see them probably holding on to the mushroom. Really good move there, actually.
Holding on to the drift for a long period of time. I was just curious what he was going to do with that. I'm not going to lie. You got Riley here in 6th place, using the cog to his advantage, making sure he can get those tricks off because all those small boosts help add to his momentum to speed up.
Yes, exactly. And like you were talking about, with Zol holding that drift for so long, with those baby characters, you get mini turbos faster. So you want to be spamming those out rather than holding on to them and trying to grab that UMT.
And right now, Frozen Tsunami, I understand, but that's not going to do you much there. I probably still would have held it because there's still someone behind you. They can just as easily beat you out.
Absolutely.
Be careful.
As we're seeing Riley, fortunately enough, the pendulum will not ruin his race. He'll be able to grab that.
He saw the triple reds. You saw in the back camera, but he still threw the item on. What? Now he's getting demolished? What?
Yeah, threw the red forward, and then the bomb came out, just demolished every single person's hopes and dreams, as he's now going to have to work his way up a pretty far amount to get to first place.
And you got Mozilla over here. He's trying to make sure he can stay alive. He needs a couple good spots here in order to move on. You got Zool over here who's not giving up a single inch.
Not an inch to be found, but maybe it will be after getting red shelled there. Gonna move all the way down to 7th place. Let's see, pops every single shroom in the book. We'll be grabbing.
Now, here's a question. Oh, no. Here's a question. I noticed he did not take the glider path. Why would he choose not to take it?
It's actually faster to go on the ground rather than it is with the glider path as Immortal grabs first place.
Knight getting second and JDX in third.
But yeah, going on the ground and doing the tricks is actually a lot faster than the glider section. I enjoy the glider section because it's a little bit more safe. But if you go on the floor and you get those tricks and you get that mini turbo and you get that boost, it's a lot faster.
Gotcha. I just want to make sure that a lot of our competitors who aren't as familiar in SNS, they're all aware of some of these small little nitpicks or tips to help them out to get better.
Yeah, it's the same thing like Music Park. You don't want a glider section throughout the entirety of the final section of that track. You want to go down and trick to the beat of the music so that you'll get even a better lap time here as we go to Royal Raceway. I actually love this track.
I do like Royal Raceway, but the big glider section with the shock is now going to be changed forever. And now...
Oh! We got the Gritty in the house. Let's go!
Bro,
that's fantastic.
After watching the stream and get a clip later, you need that for your reel. If you're going to be famous, right, you got to need that reel.
I love it. An amazing Gritty at that, too. That was clean, in my opinion. But I don't know. In my honest review there, very clean Gritty.
Did your reviews the Gritty?
As he reviewed the Gritty.
And right now, you can see, look where everyone's at. It is a tight battle. First through third are pretty much neck to neck. It's 4 through 6 that kind of changes everything. Oh, it's a huge difference between 7th from 6th and everyone else. So it needs to be one solid race, and 6th place needs to really go out.
Yeah, even 10th, actually 10th place has the opportunity to win in the most perfect way possible if we see Zool, who I believe was in 6th, right? I don't know.
I was looking at the point
6th place position point total can still lose that spot if they get last, second, or otherwise. They have to end this race in a top 6 or better, or we can see that 6th place racer getting overlapped by the likes of Knight or someone else.
Look at that. That was a nice no-item shortcut done by Knight to get onto that ramp. Frozen Tsunami, she was trying her best to fire off those triple mushrooms to pull up her green defense. It just was not going to happen for her, unfortunately. It was just unfortunate timing.
Some of the things that happen in this game are just unfortunate timing.
Yep.
It's some of those, then that comes down to the mentality, the fortitude. Beautiful backed boomerang by Jaguars. It is literally just a battle of saying, hey, I'm not out of this race just
getting
yet.
hit hard right now. You can see him kind of like making some complaints. Knight, nice use of the sound horn. Can he maintain first place? He needs it if he wants to survive and move on. JDX is not going to allow it to happen, though.
Uses that red shell beautifully, has a bomb in hand. Will they back it? It is only a matter of time to know whether or not they are going to do that. They do not just yet. Throws the banana forward, almost gets the snipe, and Immortal's gonna get bombed.
Man, oh man. Oh, he's getting carded hard right now.
Yeah, not a great ending for Immortal, but Knight needs this 3rd place finish. Will he have the fortitude? He does. Jaguars gets 2nd, Knight in 3rd. Will that be enough for him?
I don't know. It's going to be a possibility depending on whatever the 6th place overall person had prior to this, and where Knight ends up. It's going to be a huge change.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is a huge swing in the standings because Knight was down there. He was in a very bad spot, but if we saw that 6th place racer get anything of 6th place and above, it might not be enough to put Knight over the edge to move forward to grand finals. So we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot of these phenomenally great racers in this semifinals.
And it looks like on the sideboard, just as a reminder, who's in semifinals number 2, head on up to the high tunnel. It's going to be Tone, Marshall, Bagger Cookie, Aero Apostle, Ankles, Corporate Bagger, Bear, Sloppy Gunner, Dragon, Phantom 5 times, and Dr. Iggy. If you heard their name, head on up to the high tunnel. You can already see their name on the side panels over here. Make sure you get this so we can get you started ASAP.
ASAP, get up to the hype tunnel. We want to get these racers going and get this started. And I cannot...
It's all right. I'm getting information, but it's
yeah,
so
I heard it all the way from here. I'm not even going to lie to you.
We got
That's so funny. You jumped so far.
We have highlights. Let's go ahead for the highlight. We got Ninja Hideaway just being an absolute spam fest of items being destroyed. We're still unfortunately losing it a little bit with the bananas, but it's trying to maintain speed. Mortal over here, I don't know where that banana came from or whatever that was, but he landed on something.
And then gets smart bounce from the side. Immortal was one of those competitors that just got hit over and over and over again, but still had some redemption hours here. And then Frozen Tsunami, unfortunately, with the bad drift and the hop. And look at that, the gritty running away. They said, we have done enough here. It's time to go. Immortal getting carded again. You can see it on his face, the frustration, where he just does not know what to do. And I felt like there was a lot more triple reds and triple greens in this lineup than there were like any other time. Just constant red shell, green, green, red shell, green. It was insane.
No, dude, I mean, with all the items that have been thrown, like, it's literally, everyone was gifted items. For a pun intended for Christmas. Everyone was gifted items. Everyone was using them to literally destroy each other. There was no time to breathe with any of these competitors.
There really isn't any time to breathe, especially when we've got the racers on deck for you one more time. If you hear your name, head up to the hype tunnel. We got Tone, Marshall, Batter Cookie, Ariel Bostel, Ankles, Corporate Teabagger, Market Party King, Bear UNLV, Sloppy Gunner, Dragon, Phantom, 5 times, and Dr. Iggy. Please head up to the hype tunnel. We'll be waiting on you to get semifinals number 2 started.
Oh man, like this is not easy to say.
Oh,
they just had enough to take over that last spot. Look at that. Jadex in first, Lev in second, Jaguars in third, Riley in fourth, Immortal in fifth, Knight barely making it in time, and 6th place, just beating out Zool, beating out Frozen Tsunami. Look at that, it was that close of a matchup.
2-point difference between Zool, Frozen Tsunami, and Knight. Oh my goodness, that is a heartbreaker if I've ever seen one.
No, that definitely got to hurt. Unfortunately for Zool, Frozen Tsunami, Mozilla, Mr. Scooty, Mirage, Fox, and Cass, your nights end here. Oh man, I mean, I'm seeing Immortal and Knight talking to each other in the back, pretty much talking smack. Look at that banana he's got on that jacket. Look at that banana.
That was the lucky charm there. That was the lucky charm.